I'm your travel specialist. All I do here is to make sure you get that your visa delivered to you. Is to make sure you go to that embassy and you smile back with your visa, taking you through how to land your visa in this 2025. Stay tuned and stick around. Video, I'll be describing how to get your visa approved and the 5 essential tips. Are you preparing for your USA visa interview, or you want to increase the chance to get approval? In this video, I will share 5 key strategies to help you secure USA visa with hassle-free. The fifth tip is the most important to stick around with. So you want to stick around, you want me to take you through, and you want us to walk through to get your visa in this 2025. So stick around. Number 1 on my list, take a copy of your family member's visa. If you have a family member that had a visa in the past, it's always good to take a copy of their visa, of their past visa, or whatever visa they're having at the moment. Like, let's say the visa of USA they're having a family member with a valid USA visa. Bring a copy of it to you. It helps the visa to verify the family visa history and shows reliability. Like, it's better for you to just hand it over to them. They're able to just go through the name sharp and they're able to check with the traveling history. So it always gives a plus when you apply for a visa. And most of the times, we don't always remember to take a copy with us for the family member visa. So by doing this will really give you a point. This will really give you a score. So always remember to make a copies of the past or recent visa of the family member with you. Keep the length of stay moderate. Let your stay be moderate. Planning to stay too long, be careful. Visa officer check if it makes sense for you to have that long stay or long extended period. A moderate duration is the key. I'll advise, when you fill in your form, make like maximum 2 weeks, because when you are planning to leave for more than 2 weeks, sometimes it's not just the best practice. So I'll advise you can as well go for 10 days, 8 days, 2 weeks, because when you say you want to stay for 1 month, 2 months, then they have to start calculating where are you going to live, how do you intend to work during this period of time. So by putting a long stay, sometimes is not the best. So you want to shorten your stay. So at the end of the day, you still get the 5 years or 10 years visa. So just make the stay short. So when you now get your 5 years or 10 years, you can as well now decide to stay that long. But when you're making your application, make it very short. 5 days, 7 days, 10 days, 2 weeks maximum. So that would be the best practice, and it helps a lot. So don't always put a longer or extended days. So that's number 2. So our third point is your international travel history. It matters a lot. If you have never traveled abroad before, be prepared with a strong reason for why you are visiting the US for the first time. I would advise you, if you are planning to visit USA, make sure you have a travel history, like you've traveled to the EU, Australia, or any advanced UK and the likes, or any advanced country. It is always advisable with international travel history. It's not all those our African traveling or whatever, like, oh, I went to Ghana, oh, I'm going to Morocco. No, make sure you have those international travel history, like as in maybe visiting EU, or let's say you visiting Australia, Asia sometimes can as well count. So, but just want to be sure you have those previous travel history. It helps a lot. But sometimes, so most of those visa officers, they are not really checking your travel history, but make sure you make mention of it if there is a reason to talk about that. Oh, you visited so and place before, you've been to Europe before, you've been to Australia before, I was in New Zealand. It really helps a lot. So always make sure you talk about it, because sometimes they are not able to really go flip through your passport, or maybe it's not even on your passport, but sometimes you fill it in the DS-160 form. So sometimes they're able to see, sometimes not both. So, but if they're not saying it, make sure you try to talk about it. So this really helps a lot. So make sure you have a travel history. USA is always good with previous travel history. Our fourth point will be marital status and family ties. But let me digress a little bit. We appreciate if you can subscribe to our channel and you give us thumbs up. It helps us to do more. So yeah, like they said, family is everything. So your marital status counts a lot. So the visa officer may ask if your spouse is staying in your home country or already in the US. They just want to know. They just want to spy to know if you have a strong ties to your country and not planning to overstay. Yeah, and let me check this in. I was able to get my visa approved at the 4th time. I've been denied 1st time, 2nd time, 3rd time. I was only got approved at the 4th time. So you don't just want to mess yourself up with your marital status. And if your spouse lives in the US, you better have a good reason for visiting. And you can as well refer to one of my videos when I talk about how your job can really be a strong value for you, how your job can really stand out for you. So make sure you have a very good job and make sure you have a very good family ties. This final point, which is the fifth point, is how to dress for your visa interview. It is always a thing to check properly because, like they say, the way you dress, the way they address you. So you want to dress smartly, but naturally. You don't want to overdress. You don't want to dress for like occasion. You want to just be on the safe side. If you wouldn't normally wear a suit, don't fake it. Think of dresses like meeting someone in an important at a nice cafe. You put yourself together. Don't look too desperate and don't look too overdressed. Just dress casually. And for example, if you are applying for a business visa, you want to dress like a businessman. You want to look good and look sharp. You don't just want to be underdressed. You don't just want to dress casual. And if you are applying for visiting visa, tourist visa, you just want to look smart and nice and be smiling. Always smile, be smiling. Don't just be frowning when you are in front of that visa officer. So make sure you are giving eye contact and you are smiling and you are having a good time. You just have to enjoy those interview time. Like I said the last time, like don't panic. Just have that confidence with you. It helps a lot. So trust me, if you really follow these 5 tips, it really lands you that visa. And if you can as well, just check one of my videos when I talk about 4 points how to get your visa approved. So you can just watch those 2 and watch this together. It's really it's going to land you that visa this year. So my final thought, USA visa approval is not guaranteed, but representing yourself properly, providing the right document and answering confidently will greatly improve your chances. Don't let anyone lie to you. There is no guarantee or format for the USA visa. You are going in there with your luck and yourself. So there's no approval guarantee or there's a format to get the visa right. So all you just have to do, just package yourself, just follow through those 5 points, and yeah, who knows, you might be lucky. So, but it's all about luck and it's all about God sometimes. So just have to just try your best, just give it your best and leave the rest for God. Whether you are applying for a USA visa, Canada, UK or Schengen visa, I'll give you practical insight to boost your confidence and help you succeed to get that visa landed. So kindly subscribe now and turn on that notification so that you don't miss an update. And if you got question, drop a comment on any of our video. I will respond to you and I'll be happy to hear from you. So ciao, ciao, ciao.